Here's a breakdown of how to cost average down on ACEN and achieve a 4% gain based on the image you provided. Disclaimer: this is for informational purposes only. Trading stocks involves risk, and you should always do your own research and consider your financial situation before making any decisions. Based on your current holdings for ACEN, as shown in the image. Shares on hand: 115. Average price: PHP 3.824650. Price paid, cost basis: PHP 439.83. Current market price: PHP 2.62. Gain/loss percent: minus 32.11%. Goal: achieve a 4% gain on the total investment after averaging down. Step 1. Calculate the desired selling price. First, we need to determine the total investment cost after adding new shares. The target gain is 4%. Let's denote the new average price as P_AVG and the number of new shares as N_new. The new total cost will be C_new equals 115 times 3.824650 plus N_new times P_bid, where P_bid is the bid price of the new shares. The target market value with a 4% gain will be V_target equals C_new times 1.04. Step 2. Calculate the new average price. The new average price after adding the new shares will be P_AVG equals frac C_new 115 plus N_new. Step 3. Determine the bid price and number of shares to achieve the goal. This is a bit tricky as there are two variables, P_bid and N_new. To find a solution, we need to make an assumption. A common strategy is to buy shares at the current market price, or a slightly lower bid price to bring down the average. Let's assume you place a bid at the current market price of PHP 2.62 to add more shares. Now let's calculate how many shares you need to buy to bring the new average price down to a level where a 4% gain is possible. Current loss in pesos: PHP minus 141.2348. Total investment to break even, with 4% gain on new total. Let X be the number of shares to buy. New total investment cost equals 439.83 plus X times 2.62. New total number of shares equals 115 plus X. Target profit equals 4% of the new total investment cost. Target market value equals new total shares times target average price with 4% gain. This can be a complex equation to solve for X. Let's try a more straightforward approach by working with the desired new average price. Let the new total shares be S_new and the new total cost be C_new. Let the new average price be P_AVG_new. The selling price to achieve a 4% gain on the new average price will be P_sell equals P_AVG_new times 1.04. To make a 4% gain, the new total market value must be 1.04 times C_new. The new market value is also equal to S_new times P_sell. Therefore, S_new times P_sell equals 1.04 times C_new. Let's use a trial and error method to find a reasonable solution. This is what most traders would do in practice. Trial 1. Buy 1,000 shares at PHP 2.62. New shares: 1,000. Cost of new shares: 1,000 times 2.62 equals PHP 2,620.00. Total shares: 115 plus 1,000 equals 1,115. Total cost: 439.83 plus 2,620.00 equals PHP 3,059.83. New average price: 3,059. 83 1,115 equals PHP 2.7442. Selling price for a 4% gain: 2.744. 2 times 1.04 equals PHP 2.8539. Conclusion for Trial 1. To achieve a 4% gain after buying 1,000 shares at PHP 2.62, you would need to sell at PHP 2.8539. Trial 2. Buy 5,000 shares at PHP 2.62. New shares: 5,000. Cost of new shares: 5,000 times 2.62 equals PHP 13,100.00. Total shares: 115 plus 5,000 equals 5,115. Total cost: 439.83 plus 13,100.00 equals PHP 13,539.83. New average price: 13,539. 83 5,115 equals PHP 2.6472. Selling price for a 4% gain: 2.6472 times 1.04 equals PHP 2.7531. Conclusion for Trial 2. To achieve a 4% gain after buying 5,000 shares at PHP 2.62, you would need to sell at PHP 2.7531. Summary. To answer your question directly, on what bid price? The bid price depends on the market. A good starting point is the current market price of PHP 2.62. You can place a bid at this price or slightly lower if you are willing to wait. How many shares? The more shares you buy, the closer your new average price will be to the current market price, and the easier it will be to achieve your target gain. A good number would be at least 1,000 shares to significantly bring down your average. If you have the capital, buying 5,000 shares makes the target selling price much more achievable, PHP 2.75, compared to your original average of PHP 3.82. To summarize a strategic approach: 1. Decide how much capital you are willing to invest to average down. 2. Based on that capital and the current market price, e.g., PHP 2.62, determine how many shares you can buy. 3. Calculate the new average price with the new purchase. 4. Calculate the target selling price to achieve a 4% gain on your new average price. 5. Set your sell limit order at that calculated price.